Rather than settle for professional stagnation, a sort of shadow workforce of contractors and consultants is starting to emerge as some women are jumping corporate ship to take control of their own careers. But if more women leap off the corporate ladder, who's making it to the top?
There were, a lot of ups and downs as there are in the corporate world. I felt like there was a lack of career growth. I wasn't really going anywhere.
Hillary Young worked for a medical device company for about 3 years before deciding to start her own consultancy. Her story is very similar to a lot of other women out there. As she was getting further along in her career and nearing a promotion, she started to realize that it wasn't going to come.
The colleague that they ended up promoting was a man who was younger than me and had less experience than me, and definitely less leadership ability than I had. It's not easy for women, which is something I've continued to realize as I get older.
She says that everyone at her former company in a strong leadership role was a man, a sentiment shared by AJ Woodruff, who used to work in fashion and now co-owns a jewelry company. When we spoke previously, you had mentioned that though there are a ton of women in fashion, a lot of the management tends to be men. So what is that structure like?
I think in 2 years, I've only worked for a woman once. When you're a young female and you're looking towards where you can possibly go, to not be able to see someone that is like you in that position, it can be stifling.
But here's the rub. When capable women eschew the corporate ladder to run their own businesses, they're effectively reducing the talent pool for leadership jobs at traditional corporate companies, meaning there are fewer women to promote to top spots. Even still, Carolyn Maurer, who used to work in advertising and now co-owns a PR and marketing firm, says that these female-led businesses may be better for women in the long run.
So I'm not fighting the fight from within the corporate structure. I'm fighting the fight from kind of hopefully trying to start a new norm. I mean, our company is very much about never having an office, being digital nomads, hiring freelancers all across the world, male or female, and kind of just promoting that way of life, giving them the flexibility to establish their own work-life balances. I felt like I was smashing my head into a wall and I couldn't do it anymore. So I figure, the whole definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting a different result. So I decided if you have one roadblock that's so strong, maybe you should try a different direction and see how that works instead.
And as screwed up as this seems, striking out on their own may actually help them get the recognition they were wanting from their previous employer.
I have maintained a very good relationship with the company that I left. They're actually now one of my clients, and the relationship is much nicer for me now.
Women could also always choose to return to the corporate world. Emily Del Greco, who runs her own advisory firm, hasn't ruled out that option.
One of the beauties of where I am in my career and where I am as it relates to the business, I haven't counted out the idea that I never return to corporate America. I'm definitely not there yet. I think part of what I see a lot, and I think is much more acceptable, and tech companies kind of embrace this early on, is just careers are no longer linear, and they no longer require a specific type of resume.
While going solo as a woman has a lot of benefits, including flexible work schedules, the ability to work remotely, better title, better pay, more respect, the opportunity to hire and mentor women, there are some drawbacks. For one, starting your own business is a huge risk. Many startups fail, and even the ones that are successful deal with some financial instability. To go rogue, you need capital and you need some level of financial security, enough to cover your health insurance and maybe a retirement savings. That means this option is limited to a certain set of privileged women. But perhaps most troubling about going freelance is that there will be fewer women in traditional corporate roles to break the glass ceiling from within.